Okay, so we are back in the garage on day 3 of engine pulling. Day 1 was in the previous video, pretty much got almost everything done. So I've gotten everything done now up until just the fuel lines. I've got all the bell housing bolts taken out, and I've got the downpipe bolts taken out, and I think all I've got left is the engine mounts and the fuel lines. So we're gonna do that today and hopefully get the engine out by the end of today. So we'll start first, just gonna take my fuel lines off. I'll show you guys after. It's just a little hose clamp, super easy. You just slide that off. So my fuel line won't come off. I've been pulling at it for at least half an hour. I've cut up my knuckles and it won't come off. I don't know why it won't come off. The other one came off fine, but it won't come off. So I accept my defeat, and I've sent out an SOS to anyone who can come and yank this stupid thing off. And in the meantime, I'm going to sit here, enjoy a beer, and contemplate why fuel lines are so stupid and why I can't get them off. I just don't understand. The one came off literally fine. Came off within like 10 minutes of me pulling at it. This one? Nope. This one has decided to be an ass. I'm not quite sure whether it was my burning hate fire for this car or my undying passion to do this completely alone, or the power of beer, but I got it. Okay, so first off, disclaimer, do as I say, not as I do. If you have fuel line disconnects, that's a way better idea because you can just take it off. However, I do not have any that work for this car. I'm not sure why, they just don't work. So I just took the lines off at the hose, but as you can see, you do lose a little bit of fuel that way. It does come out, so it'll evaporate, but you want to make sure you don't have anything flammable near it, obviously, because you don't want things to go kaboom. But yeah, I just took 1 off, 2 off. The hose got a little teeny bit mangled, but it has a hose clamp on it, so it doesn't really matter at the end because it's pretty long anyways. And yeah, I just have the engine mounts left to do, and then I just need to take out the actual trans bolts because I haven't actually taken them out yet. I just broke them, that's it. So we're gonna do that now, and then we should be set to pull. This is not the best angle, but I am under here undoing all of the bell housing bolts. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, I think there's 8 of them, something like that. 2 of them you can get from the top, the rest of them you'll probably need to get from underneath. They're big boys. Your engine mounts are just tucked up right in your cross member here. They're just tucked up right in there, that little bolt in there. That's for your engine mount. Take that off on both sides and we should be ready to lift. Okay, so I just forgot one thing. The engine mounts are off now and I'm pretty much ready to lift it, but I forgot on some people's cars, your O2 sensor might be in the way. Sometimes it catches on the frame on the way out and you can actually crack it, and it's a pretty expensive sensor. So you can either take your sensor off, which mine literally never comes out. It's pretty much like heat welded to the pipe. So I just take the pipe off. It's easier for me to replace 2 or 3 like $5 gaskets than it is to replace an entire oxygen sensor when I snap it. So we're gonna do that now, and then I think we're pretty much good to lift it. So everything is set up now. The engine hoist is in place, the engine mounts are off, and so is the exhaust so that I don't crush the O2 sensor on the way out. And I think we are finally all set to pull, so I'm gonna give this a go. That was like the perfect angle. Okay. I can see my clutch and my throat bearing, and my engine is almost out. Okay. Okay. That stud is almost out. That stud is out. That smells like gas. I can't see. I'm too short for this. Ooh. I believe. Not so much in myself, but oh my god, I'm actually doing it. This is happening. This is happening. Oh my god, this is happening. Oh, that side's literally out. Oh my god, I'm doing it. Oh, I did it. Oh my god, I did it. I did it. Oh my god. I just pulled my engine by myself. So, the engine is out, and that was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, just because, I don't know, like, it was hard doing it alone. It was definitely, I don't think it would be this hard if I had a shop with a clean floor and maybe a hoist and proper tools. This is pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. But it is doable with very basic tools, and I think it took me maybe three half days of work to get out. So I'm more than happy with this. So the engine is out, and I guess we will now move on to doing all the seals and figuring out what's leaking on this thing. Thanks for watching, guys.